Hey, welcome to 10 Songs and a Bottle of Jack. Um, yeah, this is the new show I'm going to be doing. Um, it's sort of a spiritual successor to Finals, not Finals, This Week of Jack. Yeah, the plan is I want to do this every 3 months, so that's 4 a year. And yeah, that'll be a way of a nice middle ground for the people who wanted more, and I think me, because I missed it a bit, So basically how this works is this is a complete rip-off of a great podcast, if you haven't listened to it. It's called 10 Songs and a Bottle of Red. This Aussie bloke basically is like your DJ for 50 to 40 minutes. And he plays you 10 songs that he picked out and likes. He has a bottle of red wine over the course of the session, And my attempt of a spin on it is obviously the play on words, even though I fucking hate Jack Daniels, and I'm never going to have it on this show, so you can throw that out the window straight away. But yeah, that's an excuse for me to use lots of different alcohols. The aim is a different one every episode. So today we have pretty much 3/4 of a bottle of Malibu I gotta get through. I am broke as hell right now though, so the only mixer I have on hand is milk. I don't have any fruit juices of any kind, no orange juice. No Coke, no lemonade, nothing, man. It's pretty dire, to be honest, but I've made a hot chocolate, and that's cooling, and I'm just having milk ice and Malibu, and you know what? It ain't that bad. But yeah, I'll try to have a theme for every one of these. So I think if you can tell from the title, this one's about saying goodbye and the world ending. I'll get into that a bit later, why, but yeah, I mean, it's a vibe. Anyway, yeah, fucking, let's just get right into it then. Enough talking, huh? This is one of my favorite album openings ever. It's a short little song. You'll love it, I'm sure. It's called Introduction to the Snow by Miracle Musical.
Alone at the edge of a universe, humming a tune with sparkling crystal souls aglow. A part of thee in the key of what we know to be every part without me knows only two can make it light. You'll live forever tonight.
Beautiful. I love it. Later on in the album, near the very end, there's a full 3-minute version of that, but I don't know why, I just prefer that version more. It's I don't know, the lyrics really hit different. But yeah, God, sorry, I got off track. But yeah, amazing band, by the way. I have to recommend Miracle Musical. Quite bizarre, kind of in the vein of Gorillaz, just popped up out of nowhere, was helmed by like one of the really good minds behind a really successful band. And I guess not like Gorillaz, though. It didn't take off. They did their one album and that was it. But what, 12 years later, it's still like, God, it's such a good album. I just can't recommend it enough. Anyway, yeah, next one of these songs I heard for the first time when I was 16 and I was playing Destiny 2, because I remember I had my PS4 and Destiny 2 was like my life. I'd go to school, I'd come home, and I'd hop on the Bungie grind, and that's when I got my first Spotify account, and my music world really opened up. Because before that, I was rocking everything traditional. Like, I have a whole music library on my computer, which is just just like 300 songs that each one I painstakingly copy and pasted the YouTube link in an MP3 converter and then downloaded it. And it's like a time capsule of my like taste from 16 to like, well, no, not even that, like 14 to like 16 and a half. It's crazy, but I don't know. This song just came up on my queue and it was part of like one of my first ever Spotify playlists, and it's just grown really near and dear to me, and I don't know, it's one of my favorites, and I think it's a nice happy note because the rest of these are a bit of downers. Anyway, here's The Longest Time, a cover by Anne Reburn. Obviously, original credit is the one and only forgot, Bill. Wait, I'll remember. Oh, God damn it, Billy Joel. Fucking, it was on the tip of my tongue. I said Bill. I got Bill right. We can agree on that. Anyway, yeah, this is The Longest Time by Anne Reburn. Original credit to Billy Joel, the legend.
Bum bum bum. Whoa. For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else could I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me, when you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time. Whoa. For the longest time. Whoa. For the longest. I'm hands it brings. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. For the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. For the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time.
I haven't mentioned it yet, but I forgot to mention it. Feel free to join in on the drinking, by the way. Don't want me just doing this all alone, you know? I hope you have a better drink than Malibu and milk, but the good news is I'm done with the first glass, so I'm on to the hot chocolate, which I think is going to be a bit better. I'll give you some pouring ASMR. Do you hear that? Is that picking up? Yeah. I have no idea if that picked up or not. All right. I don't have Discord noise cancellation, so I think we're chilling. Yeah. The song. I've been going through a lot recently. Like a lot. And I don't know, it's songs like that help ground me, you know? Just remind you that it's gonna get better. And you know, there's stuff to look forward to. You know, even that one's about romance, but it's how you interpret it. You know, it's been the longest time since, you know, you've been proper happy. But now that it's come around again, you're hesitant to believe it's all true. Fuck me, that's strong. I really made that strong. It reminds me of I'm sure you know the anxious king story. I'm paraphrasing, but if you haven't heard it, the summary is there's a king who constantly worries about the future, and he wants to make sure his, you know, everything goes to plan, his son inherits the throne properly, his people are managed, you know, there isn't a civil war, and he asks everyone in the land, all his subjects, you know, like, anyone who can bring me the gift of foresight and, like, be at ease with the future, you know, I'll reward them greatly. And then a man arrives in court, and he gives him a ring, and he says, you know, this ring will solve all your worries, it will cure all stress, and it will let you weather any storm. And the king takes it, he thanks the guy, he gives him wealth, and it works, and the king rules for the rest of his life without worry or doubt. And he bad things happen, but he gets through them, and he lives a full and prosperous ruler. And the secret was that there was nothing special about the ring, but inscribed on it was the words, "This too shall pass." And yeah, I heard that in a fucking video game called The Messenger. I actually have no idea if they just made that up for the game, but I liked it. It's a nice story. But yeah, I tell myself that a lot, you know, when going gets tough. Because it's true, you know, you can fuck up a lot of things, but you can't fuck up time. That moves forward no matter what. No one controls that, you know. And this too shall pass. Anyway, this next song is from an artist I greatly admire. When this album came out, it was the first album, you know, I've ever, like, gotten, you know, like, a full album that I loved from head to toe. Just, I listened to it on repeat, and yeah, this is Tommy Hanks by Jakey.
That moment when you kiss someone and everything around you becomes hazy.
and the only thing in focus is you and this person. What if it's a rom-com, baby, we could get away? Be my Meg Ryan and I'll be your Tommy Hanks. I know people die young and your friends fade away, but I'm your Jakey, Matthew, Christensen, McConaughey. I could be the 10 days that you never wanna lose, be the 10 things that they hate about you. It don't gotta be this way, just rewind and take back to the me, you, view it from the top, anytime that you need to, babe. Jakey, can't you see? You're the one I want, baby, you're my everything. How could I forgive you if you ever leave? So don't you ever leave, you said you never leave. Yeah, but also you said things that I'm not even gonna repeat. So let's hit pause on this CD and skip to your side of the street. Actually, let's never speak, actually, let's never stop. Your voice is living in my mouth and it refuses to get out. Hasn't paid the rent in months and haunts these syllables I speak. Hear the seconds it would take to make you laugh and nearly pee. Looked at photos so damn long, I swear they started staring back. Okay, I'm taking all that back, okay, I'm not taking it back. Probably never gonna work and that's a pill that I can take. Mix it with my legs to pro and take you on a double date. Never speak another word, my lips are sealed and missing yours. So before forever ends, what if it's a rom-com, baby, we could get away? Be my Meg Ryan and I'll be your Tommy Hanks. I know people die young and your friends fade away, but I'm your Jakey, Matthew, Christensen, McConaughey. I could be the 10 days that you never wanna lose, be the 10 things that they hate about you. It don't gotta be this way, just rewind and take back to the me, you, view it from the top, anytime that you need to, babe. If I never need you, why you always on my mind? If I never feel you, why you waiting right behind? If I never see you, why you always in my eyes? If I never really knew you, why can't I say goodbye? Heard you got a new man in your life, well that's fine. Hope he gives you XO3 O's in a line. Hope you're happy all the time when it's left touch yours, but before forever ends, it's the feeling when the DJ finally plays your favorite song. It's the feeling when the sun comes up that you haven't seen in so long. It's the middle of the night or the morning dew, 6:05 or the 212, even after I'm gone. What if it's all a rom-com? It's the feeling when the DJ finally plays your favorite song. It's the feeling when the sun comes up that you haven't seen in so long. It's the middle of the night or the morning dew, 6:05 or the 212, even after I'm gone. What if it's all a rom-com? What if it's a rom-com, baby, we could get away? Be my Meg Ryan and I'll be your Tommy Hanks. I know people die young and your friends fade away, but I'm your Jakey, Matthew, Christensen, McConaughey. I could be the 10 days that you never wanna lose, be the 10 things that they hate about you. It don't gotta be this way, just rewind and take back to the me, you, view it from the top, anytime that you need to, babe.
Man, I wish I could share with you, like, over the internet somehow, how good this fucking cinnamon bun tastes. I made them today. They're cardamom and cinnamon buns, and like, oh, they're hard to fuck up, but I did somehow manage it. Don't worry. Yeah, the dough's a bit undercooked, but I really like my pastries like really doughy and kind of undercooked. That might just be me, but yeah, more for me, you know, if the rest of the family doesn't like them. So I'm proud of it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I love that song. What can I say? It's funny, like every other song in the album he sings normally, but in that one he pitched it up. And I just think, I don't know why, it just sounds better than his normal singing voice to me. But my favorite link there is he's a YouTuber as well before he was an artist, or at the same time, I don't know. He made a joke about a postal rom-com movie with Meg Ryan and Tommy Hanks, and that's what the song's about. Obviously, it's about romance, rom-coms, you know, regrets. I'm sure we all got our romantical regrets, and if we don't, you know, like, they're coming. Don't worry. Here's to many more. I wasn't joking around when I said that hot chocolate was strong. Like, holy fuck, bro, that is kicking my ass. Then again, I am a lightweight, so yeah. Anyway, this next one is, I think, another one of the oldies for me back in like my 16-year-old Spotify early days, but uh, I've only grown to appreciate it more with time and the band. And yeah, they don't miss. The song is named after the album it's in. And it's one of those albums where all the songs kind of sound the same. And normally I don't really vibe with that, but I don't know. This one just hits different. It's one of my top 4 albums. So this is Beachboy by Mcafferty.
I swear to fucking God, Chris, I'll turn this fucking car around! Shut the fuck up! I don't get parties or getting high, I just get low most of the time. And I'll be there for you, baby, but I gotta have some room. And you gotta keep your eyes on the new guys in the room. And the way they dance is crazy, I have never seen this shit. And the strobe lights like too hot, so let's just get this over with. She says your lips tasted like they did way back in July. Headaches and overdose, I hope that we never die. October's always here, November never leave. December disappears, she says to me, I dance really fast, so you gotta dance real fast. And my friends are all passed out in the back of my friend's van. And she's got this sexy over that goes over her forehead. Lindsay, let me kiss your forehead. And I know that you think that I don't care about all the friends I left behind. The ones who stay up late at night screaming out their shattered minds. I know that you think that I don't care about the friends I left behind. The ones who stay up late at night screaming out their shattered minds. And she's on top of me, and it is hot, hot, hot. She says, come on, sweetheart, take them off. So I will take them off, and then we take them off. And then her dad walks in. Oh shit, her dad walks in. She says to dance really fast, cause I like to dance real fast. And my friends are all passed out in the back of my friend's van. And she's got this sexy hair that goes over her forehead. Lindsay, let me kiss your forehead. And I know that you think that I don't care about all the friends I left behind. The ones who stay up late at night screaming out their shattered minds. I know that you think that I don't care about the friends that I left behind. The ones who stay up late at night screaming out their shattered minds. It's always a head game with you, Nick. You never had a shot at any of this, so just smash a guitar, smash your dreams. Grow up now is just what I mean. It's always a head case with you, Nick. You never had a shot at any of this, so just smash a guitar, smash your dreams. Grow up now is just what I mean. 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 Oh, fuck.
Well, we're here, kids. Every time I hear it, I feel like I'm a dumb teen again, I mean, I'm pretty dumb, but like, proper dumb. Like, just the late nights and dumbass fucking shit. God. There's so many times where you're like, I don't know, you don't regret it, but it's just God, you were doing so much changing so fast, But yeah. I don't know. The song makes me think about how I treat the people around me, my friends, family. And like, I don't know. I always feel like I don't treat them well enough, Even if I do, or even if I'm told I do. And that's kind of a perfectionist flaw. But it's also true, you know, you can always be better. You can always be kinder. You can always be more considerate. And yeah, I don't do it enough. I feel like I'll never be able to do it enough, you know, thank everyone for what they did for me. But it's good to try, at the very least. Anyway, this next one, I heard it actually from a Ruby AMV. And it's pretty much only because of the second line, which is the moon is crumbling. But it is one of my favorite songs and is a bop. And yeah, this is See the Day by The Altogether.
Rising up half the way. I never thought I'd see the day. The moon is crumbling, but that's okay. I never thought I'd see the day. The sea is bubbling beyond the shore. I can't quite tell what I'm hoping for. Dive out of nothing and into more, but I can't quite tell what I'm hoping for. Somehow, maybe now I'll find the words to say. Never thought I'd see the day. Slip has begun to fray. I never thought I'd see the day. The pious hunter stopped stalking prey. I never thought I'd see the day. Spent too much time writing all the lore. I can't quite tell what I'm hoping for. My life being so unsure, 'cause I can't quite tell what I'm hoping for. Somehow, maybe now I'll find the words to say. Never thought I'd see the day.
I actually listened to that song this morning. Every summer I do this thing. The rule is I have to do it at least once a summer. I've been doing it 4 years running now. It's become a little mini tradition. There's this hill in the village my mum lives in. It's the highest point in the village, or at least I think it is. And I get up before sunrise. I have to climb out my window, that's a rule, because if I open the front door, I'll wake up the dogs, and they'll start yapping. So I put on my boots, I bring a towel, and I have to bring a bottle of Malibu. And I hike up to this hill, and I sit, and I watch the sunrise. I first did it 4 years ago, because I was up late during a college summer. It was 3 a.m. and I couldn't sleep, so I was reading fan fiction, obviously, in my room. And I don't know. You ever get that wanderlust for, like, I don't know, living? Like, you feel like you're capping your own existence in a way, you know? Like, you just kind of look around and you're like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not doing anything. I could, for example, be watching the sunrise right now, you know? Like, when was the last time I saw the sunrise? And that's exactly what I did. So I've made a promise to myself to do it every year now. And I'm always home for summer, you know, for at least a few weeks. So it always works out. So I finally got done today. And anyway, that tangent was to say, you know, when you see it rise over the hill, it's I don't know. It is everything. You know, it's a giant fucking fireball that the planet revolves around it, plants need it, we need it, the fucking moon needs it. You know, moon wouldn't work without the sun wouldn't, the ocean wouldn't work without the moon, fish wouldn't have a fucking ocean without the ocean, blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. It's everything. There's a reason we worshipped it, you know, like a million different cultures did. But I've been dealing with my mortality recently. It's with the stuff with the negativity and the panic attacks and anxiety, but my brain has basically convinced me that the end of my life is very, very soon, you know? So I'm having a new approach to it of having the raw willpower and the raw positivity to say fuck you now. Fate ain't real. I'm gonna manifest my own happy ending if I have to, you know? And even if you're right, so what? So fucking what? I'll just appreciate what I've done so far, what I'm doing right now. And, you know, that is, in essence, coming to terms with being content with dying and being content with what you've done and just the fact that you're alive right now. So I can't say with complete confidence that, you know, if I did die in 2 days, that I would accept it in my last moments. But I like to think I'm most of the way there, you know, because all we really can control is now, and I'm proud of what I've done, and I'm proud of what I'm doing right now. So the song is helpful in that way, you know, because the world is ending, but it's not something to scream about. It's not something to be angry about. It just is. And in a way, we all knew it was going to come sooner or later. And the difference between now and a million years, you know, when you get down to the nitty, the biggest scale, the world still ends, you know? So just soak in the beauty of it, of the sea bubbling beyond the shore. Anyway, speaking of dying, this next song is the one that I'd like to be played at my funeral, if I ever have one. God knows that's expensive, like maybe just an impromptu funeral. Anyway, it's called Wings by Jeff Williams, featuring Casey Lee Williams.
One life is not a long time when you're waiting for a small sign. Patience hard to find. Shadows seem to fill your life. Don't be disappointed. Don't let your heart break. Don't spend another minute in this way. It's okay. Dry your eyes now, baby. Broken wings won't hold you down. You'll take flight soon, baby. You'll be lifted up, and you'll be there. Twelve hours is a long night when you're searching with no hope inside. Aimless on the inside, and the damage makes you want to hide. I know that it seems pointless. I know that it feels fake. I know you can't stand the thought of being straight. One more day. Dry your eyes now, baby. Broken wings won't hold you down. You'll take flight soon, baby. You'll be lifted up, and you'll be
You know, no matter who I think about or at what point in life I'm at when I hear that song, it always resonates with me. You know, it's really underrated, even in like the niche little fandom that follows Jeff Williams and Ruby music. It's I just love it. You know, like and I hated it at the beginning because that fucking harsh ass piano hit, it just like hurt my ears. But it grew on me because I don't know, it's simultaneously so beautiful, but so, I don't know, like the harshness kind of lends itself to that beauty in a way, in a weird way, like the contrast of it. I don't know why, man. I like the really hard piano hit. It's grown on me. And yeah, I think it's one of those songs where anyone can hear it and come to wildly different interpretations on what it means. But yeah, I'm sure you've heard the next one. Unlike all the others before, I've kind of thrown very niche, just my personal favorites. But this one's an oldie. I blame Kojima for my love of this song because in Metal Gear Solid 5, I don't know why Friday I'm in Love was in a game set in like the 80s, the 70s Afghanistan, I think late 70s, but it was, and this song, a cover of David Bowie's The Man Who Sold the World by Midge. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he's Scottish, so so yeah, here it is.
We passed up on the stair. We spoke of was and when, although I wasn't there. He said I was his friend, which came as some surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world.
You forget how long that fade out is, don't you? But I guess it just, goes to show how much of a trance it puts you in. Oh, yeah. I love that song. I'm not really entirely sure why, but it reminds me of the poem Ozymandias, how the fuck you say it, GCSE literacy coming in. But just purely because of vibes, it's a kind of song I could imagine playing while you're uncovering a lost kingdom, degraded by time. But that's just my interpretation. That's the beauty of that song. It's so fucking vague, I don't know, the creative possibilities just stream out of that thing. I love it. Anyway, hard pivot, but this next song is by a very interesting artist, one of my favorite artists. I've seen them live, and my God, yeah, it's been like I've been following them like non-stop for over a year and a half now. But they're not everyone's cup of tea. But if you haven't heard Narcissist Cookbook yet, you're about to get a treat, because it's half song, half rant. But yeah. To preference this one, I lost my dad when I was 10 to blood cancer. So really any song that talks about dead dads, just, I'm a sucker for it. So even though this ain't one of his best, it's one of my favorites. So here's MATADOR by the Narcissist Cookbook.
I remember asking him over one of the few joints we shared, and quite soon before his death actually, how he dealt with his dad dying when he'd been 17. And he said nothing for a long time. And then he said, dunno, just did. Parents die, Matt. That's what they do. That's what they've always done. I don't know. I guess I expected more. In fact, I could see that there was more, but he wasn't up for sharing. I think he was like me in a lot of ways. When something big and scary charges straight at you, you do not face it down. You sidestep it like a matador. Let it tumble hoof over horns into the deep, maze-like vault that extends like tendrils of anthills for hundreds of miles beneath the surface. You trap the monsters behind that thick iron door and you slam it closed. That's how I am. That's who I am by default. I learned it from him, I suppose. The Narcissist Cookbook is an attempt to counterbalance that impulse. It's a reminder not to lock the scary things away, whether they're bulls or ghosts or dragons. we don't run from these things here. We don't dance around them. Ideally, we don't even fight them. We just see them, look directly at them, and try to understand them. I've been digging through the sand, filling my bucket up with things that might be gold. And the skin on both my hands is rubbing raw, and the numbness is the only thing between me and the cold. But I ain't going home until I find something worthy of you, washed up on the shore from somewhere out among the blue. I ain't lonely. Got the beachcomber blues. I got the beachcomber blues. Sometimes I swear I can hear the bull, confused and frightened, raking its hooves in the dark. I need to go down there eventually, I know I do. The song's almost finished. Yeah, I've been digging through the sand, keeping my eyes out for a shine among the stones. Just one more go round. The clouds are turning black, and I don't need to be a sailor, I think, to know how hard the west wind blows. But I ain't going home until I find something perfect for you. Just one more. Worthy isn't good enough, only the best will do. I ain't lonely. I got the beachcomber blues. I got the beachcomber blues. I got the beachcomber blues.
I finished Signalis, the video game, recently. If you know it. There's a lot of similar themes in it of not letting go, staying in a purgatory of kind of your own making, just doing anything to delay the inevitable just 1 minute more. And yeah, at this point, that resonates with me. I think, well, to be frank, I have memories of nightmares as a kid, of being stuck in a purgatory of my own making, just, it was, not to be freaky, but it was this part of my life, and I have memories of living a purgatory of the past few weeks. And, it makes you wonder, when is enough enough? If like, hypothetically, right? When you die, you don't die. You have two choices. You can either do it all again, the exact same way, live your life again, just to experience it one more time, or pass on, join the void, join the nothing, let it be. How many times would you do that loop? How many times would you say just one more go around, one more time? I just want to see that person smile one last time. I just want to win that competition one last time. I want to meet that friend. I want to have that first kiss. And then I can move on. When is enough enough? And, it makes me think that life is a purgatory, you know? We are in a transitionary state between being dead and being alive. And at the end of the day, you can't stop lightning fucking striking you out of nowhere or a plane falling out of the sky. The only thing you really have control over is how much you push through and how much you enjoy the time you have. And I think what I've had to realize the past few weeks is that there is no heaven or hell. We make life heaven or hell. And that purgatory can be just as blissful. You can enjoy it truly and fully. You could live that life over and over again and be happy every time. But you can just as easily make it a hell, where you try to change everything. You try to do the impossible. And you end up causing more pain than good. Anyway. If you thought that song had too many coherent sentences and clear messages in it, which it really didn't, I don't know why I wrote that, but you'll love this next one. Meaning, you will not understand a single fucking thing, because it's Oklahoma by Jack Stauber.
Set the phases to run. What has got you distraught? It's negative attention at best. But call it nothing. Maybe something, a little bit, maybe something to it's all about ascension, I guess. Don't put me to rest. On and hand me your clothes. Take a picture or two. I can see you. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. I hear your eyes and I see those cries. I hear those eyes and I see those cries. I can't be the only one who hears you. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in the room. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I get a little gray hair for every scare you share. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Those aren't meant to bend. No, those aren't meant to bend. Tears falling down at the party. Saddest little baby in my eye. Fears, tell me fears, don't get me started. I might die.
Absolute legend. No one else is like him, man. Fucking animator, musician, filmmaker, and right when he was at his peak, right when he had delivered so much, and just had hit after hit after hit, knockout, just like was on the biggest role you've ever seen. he just disappears into nothing, you know? And no one's heard of him since. And also, I think it's impressive in this age to like be able to go off the grid that much, especially when like your legal name is out there. Which I don't know if that's his actual legal name. Maybe he just convinced everyone that it was. But I like to imagine he's just on a farm somewhere, like in his rocking chair, just enjoying the royalties and, you know, living the simple life. And he'll come back in like 20 years and bless us all with another, like, I don't know, pop food too. But yeah, legend. My most expensive sought after item is still the pop food Jack Stauber vinyl, which is the song that album's from. The vinyl of that, it like pops up on eBay every now and then for like 560. But I'd die a happy man if I had that. But yeah, anyway, our last song, it's got a very special place in my heart because it's my favorite song of all time. I remember the first time I ever heard it, it was literally like on MTV. I think it was like, I must have been like 7, maybe like 9 or something. And the music video came on, and I was just glued to the screen. Killer music video, by the way. So weird. Like the way he just glugs down that moat con at the end gave me some questions, but my mom had a CD of Blur's like top hits. And so like I was kind of indoctrinated young into being a Blur fan, but independent of that, it's still my favorite song, and it always has, and it probably always will be. So, a last song, may I introduce Name a Better Combo for Destroying Your Sleep Cycle, Coffee and TV by Blur. that's a purgatory I don't think I would mind. Just watching fucking MTV and Adult Swim and just TV. Fuck, TV static is entertaining. Like, is it just me, or was I the only kid that kind of like stared at TV static and kind of found it mildly entertaining? I don't know. Maybe I just had immense brain rot as a kid. But yeah, just watching TV and playing garage rock with your bandmates in your mum's basement forever. You know, I guess to bring it back around to that purgatory point from earlier, it's I don't know, it's how you approach it, I suppose. And you know, starting over just one more time doesn't seem that bad if it gives you another chance to maybe start over again, you know, marry that somebody. Stop just drinking coffee and watching TV. Anyway, let me just take that stick out of my ass. Whoop. Ugh. And yeah, it's been a good one. Gloomy at points, but that's how I've been for a bit now. So it's good to get it out there. And yeah, better to suffer together than alone, as they say. Anyway, if I don't see you again, thanks for listening to like all the way through. I gotta say again, this entire podcast is just a stolen idea from 10 Songs in a Bottle of Red by a guy called Runny, and he works for a network called Life Without Andy, and I think he probably did like 20 episodes or something, but almost all of them have been taken down, I think, just because of DMCA strike stuff. But there's still a few survivor ones. There's like 2 episodes on Spotify, so if you listen all the way through this and you really liked it, like, I highly recommend go listening to that, because he's way funnier and does a way better job than me, and this is just me venting a bit. But and then on SoundCloud he has like the Valentine's, the 2nd episode, and like a special one. So yeah, of the little that's left of it, really good. So props to Runny for just, I don't know, letting me do something fun. Before I go off on a journey that my brain seems intent on convincing me is my last. And you know what? Maybe it is, maybe it ain't. But I don't know. You can't change your fate. You can't decide when you go. So I hope I'm gonna see you again. I really do, because I want to make more shit, you know, and not just a copycat of a really good podcast. But thanks for everything. Thanks for listening, whoever you are. I don't know whether or not you've done something for me. Just thanks, man. You're doing great, and it's gonna be okay. This too shall pass. I just hope I can help people when I'm gone, just like all these artists did for me, you know? That'd be like my proper dying wish, if I had one, you know? Make-A-Wish Foundation kid in bed. Just, I don't know, immortalize something out there in the world to help others get through this big, bad world that we're in. Anyway, yeah, that's enough out of me. I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for everything. All right. In a bit.